In just 24 days, Scott was actually able to close $30,000 through 2 deals that he materialized. I wanted to just ask one more thing. So with the lead that one other lead, that most recent one that we were talking about, I know we chatted about the other
Jackie.
one that you had, because you have two now under listed, right? Or listings?
Yeah, Elvis closing Monday. Jackie just signed the listing today. Tomorrow we're going to look at houses.
I love it. I love it. I make sure we keep taking care of you. You're honestly one of my favorite agents that we work with.
Yeah, I mean, just keep running the ads and keep doing a good job. And I love longevity. If your ROI and my client acquisition cost is zero, is as low as possible, there's no way for us not to win.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited to go over this video to kind of break down the systems and processes that he utilized, using our systems, using our processes, and incorporating his own expertise and professionalism. So, um, you know, to kind of preface, when Scott first started with us, it's at this point it's been just a little bit over a month now that I'm making this video. And when he first started, he was kind of stuck, couldn't close deals or really find any success with any system. Much like a lot of other agents who I've spoken with in the past, they sort of explain that they've been burned in the past, they've been burned once or twice, they kind of have their guard up, and they never want to actually try and explore new options to grow their business and scale their real estate business. Now, in this video, I guess I want to talk about some specific things. So, client success, the customized marketing plan, how we generate high quality leads for him, and then also I'll probably show a little clip of Scott. I had a little check-in call with him recently, so I might add this at the end of this video, or maybe in a whole separate video, kind of sharing his experience and words directly from him. And then also just in general, that success is attainable with the right strategies and support, and there's no reason why anybody should kind of feel stuck or have their guard up just because they've been burned once or twice. As long as you do your due diligence, do your research, and make sure that you're doing the right actions, you can do this yourself. You can get somebody to help you out, or you can hire somebody as well. So with Scott in specific, the first thing that we did with his customized marketing plan was we wanted to find which acquisition system is going to be the best for him to actually yield predictable results. So after doing some market research, we actually realized that Instagram was going to be the best for him. So after running some Instagram advertisements through Meta, we actually came down to $30,000 generated with only $12 spent in acquiring these two leads. Now we do see here, I guess I'll start on the right side here. The second advertisement that we ran for him had spent only about $3.60 before generating that first Facebook lead. Or sorry, the first Instagram lead. It just says Facebook here, but it's just it's on Meta. In general, that first Instagram lead that came in was $3.60, and then from there, it took a couple of testing to get some more winning campaigns in for him. And this was the second one that we kind of found out that was really successful for him, which spent $9.93. So just around $12, $13 was spent, and that generated $30,000 in return. Now, granted, take that with a grain of salt. A lot of people come on here and share these kind of numbers. There was a little bit of testing in the first week or two. So when it comes to advertising, you do need to have some testing. You got to figure out the metrics and the numbers that come back, that get spit back at you. Take that data, and then you can reassess what is actually going to be a winning advertising campaign or one that you should shut off and try again, or retry. Regardless, though, all these advertising campaigns are going to give you some sort of metrics or feedback, and you'll kind of know from there whether or not that campaign is doing good or not. For example, this one is a winning campaign for Scott. Click-through rates above 3%, and cost per lead is just $3 for a seller campaign, which is through the roof, absolutely outstanding. Normally, the industry standard for seller leads can be anywhere from $50 to $100 per lead. Now, after generating those leads, they had two options, to go down the funnel or to not go down the funnel. And the first lead that actually came in spoke directly to Scott, so it was a direct lead. And then the second lead that was that he's currently under contract with went down the funnel, got nurtured, and spoke to the ISA team. They are currently under contract with Scott, and the cool thing here is that we already see both options here in play. So With the first one, he got on the phone right away because he saw a notification come in. The information had the lead's address on file. It had the lead's time of selling, which was just under 30 days. So it was kind of a quicker lead, and that was why he called them right away himself. He set that in-person appointment, and fortunately, we had the right systems in place to actually make sure that person shows up to the in-person appointment. From there, Scott did what he does best. So he actually, provided guidance, professionalism, built rapport. And when I say built rapport, this is what really separates Scott from a lot of other agents. Is usually people will look for red flags in the lead or try and figure out, is this lead a waste of my time? But rather, Scott is more of a go-getter. He was able to provide a good lead magnet up front, provide value up front, and in return, you know when it comes to speaking with that lead in person, he's already implying the close and implying that they're going to be working together, and sort of just knowing what it takes to be a good salesman. Because at the end of the day, a real estate agent is a salesman or a saleswoman, and they need to be able to close these deals by providing guidance, professionalism, and so forth. And then with the second lead that went down the actual nurture system and the AI system, the ISA was able to set the in-person appointment, and same concept here. So kind of go over the details of how he closed 2 deals in 24 days. And the first thing is having the right systems in place, but secondly, knowing what to do in certain situations. A lot of agents sort of get stuck and they try to over explain situations, or they try and do they confuse the leads, or in general they just need to really lay out what it is the lead is looking for and provide them with the right guidance I guess in that regard. Now, with the first lead that he already closed, obviously marked as a win, and we had an automation go out for that lead, Elva, asking, were you satisfied with the experience? They went ahead and said yes, absolutely. And then shortly after that, they were prompted to fill out a Google review for him, for Scott. So slowly increasing his SEO, showing his Google presence and trying to increase his Google presence as well. And then here's just some screenshots that I took from the system. So one deal closed, one that's currently under contract, which is service completed pending. And now we are at the point where we're ready to scale this thing. So with the 30,000 coming in, we're going to be able to reinvest more into ads and just slowly build out that pipeline higher and higher. And then the more you invest, the more you're going to end up closing as a result. So the cool thing of paid advertisement, it's just like a machine. If you put in $5, you can get $30 out. And then if you put in $30, you can get, whatever, $500 out. Rough numbers, kind of skewed, but you guys get the concept. So it's a great way to just grow exponentially and really scale the business. Now, I guess the only thing I want to say is, if you guys wanted to have some sort of, consultation, or if you need me to sort of explain these things to you, you can definitely reach out to me. I'm more than happy to kind of break down the system for you, figure out what might work for you, maybe potentially even partner up. So again, going back to the first part, success is attainable with the right strategies and support. So don't get discouraged. I know everybody's been burned in the past. Just keep pushing. And I might have a clip here of Scott, like I mentioned, or I might have it in a separate video. Regardless, you guys will see his point of view and kind of him talking about the deals that he has closed. Now, if you guys, again, if you want a consultation or if you want to learn more about these services, you can either DM me on Instagram or just comment on the video down below, and looking forward to hearing from you guys.